Hello and Stravo from Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia. It's an overcast day today, so I thought it'd be a good day to take a little walk around the town. It's all quite compact. We'll start here in Macedonia Square. We'll head to the Old Bazaar and Old Town and just take a general wander around. So, for those of you that don't know, North Macedonia is a former Yugoslav republic, part of the old Yugoslavia. It's in southeast Europe, in the Balkans. It has Greece to the south, Albania to the west, Bulgaria to the east, and Serbia to the north. It's a completely landlocked country. It's quite a Gemini country, a country of contrasts. The landscape's beautiful. We've spent quite a bit of time here down near Lake Ohrid, in the towns of Ohrid and Struga, and there is a walk around tour of Ohrid on my YouTube channel. But 4 days ago we came up to the capital of Skopje, which is about 3 hours north towards Serbia, and we really like the place. Like I say, it's a bit of a Gemini country and it's a Gemini town. I'd say the best thing about the country is definitely the people. Everybody has been so friendly, welcoming, so relaxed. They let you cross the roads at the zebra crossings, and they'll even stop for you where there's not zebra crossings to let you cross the road. Everybody we've met, from the bars, cafes, restaurants, laundry, etc., have been very friendly and particularly generous, I have to say. We've had more experiences of kindness here than in any other country that we've visited on our gap year of travelling Europe. For the Brits that are watching, the reason we find ourselves over this part of Europe is because we only have so many days in the Schengen zone, and the Balkans countries are largely not in Schengen. Bulgaria, Romania they are, but Bosnia, Serbia, Macedonia, Albania, they are not in the Schengen zone. So we're spending a little bit of time here. The landscape as well as the people is really nice. The things that are not good, but it's all part of the experience, is to find good quality food. It's very difficult. I'm not saying the food's terrible, and you can certainly find plenty of places to eat, but it's just lacking that little bit of quality. If you're used to going to places like France, you will definitely notice the difference coming to somewhere like North Macedonia. But it's all part of the experience. It's all part of travelling and seeing how some people live. The other thing that we've really noticed is generally there can be quite a lot of litter around. There doesn't seem to be, people don't seem to think twice about dropping a piece of litter on the floor or throwing litter in hedges and in fields. We think that's partly down to the infrastructure, that we don't see that many bins around out of the main centres. I don't think they have good waste disposal infrastructure. So if you don't like to see litter, then maybe North Macedonia is not the place for you. But we're taking it as all part of the experience, and it has been a really good experience. We've really warmed to the place in the few weeks we've been here. We've largely been down near Lake Ohrid, in Ohrid and Struga, but we had cause to come up to the capital, and I'll talk to you more about why we had to come up a little bit later in the tour. So just the other side of the river, on the right, we have the Archaeological Museum. And I believe the building over there to the left hand side is the Museum Macedonian Independence. I'm not going to go into it now because it's very complicated and I don't know a fraction of the history of the country, but it really has had an interesting history, all the different cultures and empires and so on that it's been ruled by over the years. I don't think it's call to prayer time, is it? But it's very interesting when it is, because there must be 100 or more mosques around, and you hear them all with the call to prayer echoing all across the city. So there we go, just a short walk across the river from Macedonia Square, and you find yourself in the Old Bazaar. Yesterday when we walked past here, there was a lady with a large snake where you could pay for the privilege, if you can call it that, of having a huge snake draped around your neck. We passed on that one. We did. Another thing we've noticed about Macedonia is that health and safety goes out the window. There are trip hazards everywhere, and there are no barriers where us Western Europeans would perhaps sometimes expect them to be. It's definitely about personal responsibility here. If you fall off a ledge or you trip up in the pavement, it's your fault.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Some of us would say that's how it should be. So there we go, a short walk, and we're heading into the heart of the Old Bazaar. Lots of cafes, restaurants, shops. There's a lot of jewellery shops. Has a nice vibe here. It certainly did on Sunday when we arrived. It's a bit quieter today than as you would expect on a Wednesday than it would be on a Sunday. But yes, there was certainly a nice atmosphere when we arrived. It is lunchtime, just coming up to lunchtime, so I would expect it will be fairly lively.
as you may have seen the dogs just flying around. It's quite
Yes,
normal.
yes. Yeah, something again we're not used to as Western Europeans is all the just wild, you can call them that,
Yeah.
dogs and cats roaming around.
That one had an orange tag on it, which
yeah.
signifies it's been taken in and had its rabies jabs and neutered.
Yeah, they let you know if they're people friendly or not, and
Yeah.
that they've been neutered with a coloured tag on their ear. Another thing we've noticed here, we feel very safe here. We notice that very few people lock things up, so you'll see bikes and e-scooters and things around, left outside shops, restaurants, and only a small percentage of them are actually locked up. Now I know some of the bikes, we've seen some quite old bikes here, it's very rare you see a nice new bike here, but you know, to somebody their bike is their bike and they don't want to lose it, but they're happy to leave it unlocked.
We felt very safe here.
Completely safe, yeah, completely safe leaving our camper van, just parked, with nobody approached us or anything about where we've parked. Literally the people are easily the best thing about this place. Everybody's been so friendly.
Generally people keep themselves to themselves.
Yeah.
And it can come across, initially I thought people would be a little bit unfriendly because they don't smile at you. But as soon as you make the first move, if
Yeah.
you want to call it that, if you
Yeah.
open a conversation and try and speak Macedonian,
That's
for
right.
example, then they're so friendly. It's just generally, I think, culturally, they just keep themselves to themselves.
Yeah. Yes, we don't know a lot of Macedonian, but we have tried to learn just a few words. There is a look on the surprise of them sometimes.
Or like, what are you saying?
Yeah. But literally everybody here speaks some level of English, even the older people. We've seen, you know, people literally just try and say a few words to us in English.
Yeah.
The youngsters, it's obviously taught, isn't it, from an early age.
They
speak very good English, so you can easily get away with not having to speak anything other than English. Yeah. So just a nice vibe. This was very full on Sunday when we came up this street. Just lots of places to eat, all of them very good value for money. What did we have for breakfast this morning? A really nice omelette. It's about £3 equivalent. Cup of tea.
With 3 teas.
Yeah, 3 teas.
2 omelettes.
2 omelettes, some bread and Nutella.
And jam.
And jam, and it all was less than £10, which is about just over €8, $8.
Yeah, eating out is by far the best.
Yeah, we vet out a lot here because by the time you go to a supermarket and fill a bag full of shopping, you could have bought 3 or 4 meals out.
Supermarkets, we haven't found that too.
No, we haven't.
In fact, we even checked our bill once.
We did. We just got a carrier bag full of shopping and it came to the equivalent of about £28, probably €24, dollars. And we thought, well, we've only got a few bits in a bag here. And it was right, but £28 would have probably bought us three dinners each, meals each or breakfasts
We
each.
very rarely spend over £10.
That's right.
Unless we go somewhere a
Bit nicer, yeah. We have found a couple of places in Ohrid that we like, a couple of places in Struga that we like. But they are few and far between if you want that bit extra quality. So this is another one of the main streets here that we haven't walked down yet. Lots of gold and jewellery shops on this street, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I don't think some of it's particularly great jewellery from the look of it. It doesn't look to have normal shine to it that I would expect. It's perhaps 14 karat gold or something like that, which probably sums up Macedonia really. They've got everything, but it's just a little bit less quality.
Not all of them though.
No, not all of them. But you do have to find out the places that are just that little bit nicer.
Yeah, 14 carat.
14 carat is it? Yeah. I thought it looked a little bit...
585.
I don't know what 585 is. There we go.
We haven't seen any 24, have we?
No, certainly haven't.
Silver shops as well.
Yeah. The other thing we've noticed about Macedonia is there are a lot of counterfeit, fake clothing. Everybody is walking around in Ralph Lauren, Hugo Boss, Tommy Hilfiger, Gucci.
To be fair, we did see that, but we also have seen the real shops.
We've seen
as
the real
well,
shops.
Yeah.
I'm amazed anybody ever goes in the real shops because there are so many places where it's not real.
You have choice.
Even
Let's put it that way.
Skechers shoes. We went into a shop the other day to try on some Skechers shoes because we do like our Skechers, don't we?
Yeah.
And
we're currently wearing them.
we're currently wearing them. We've worn them for years. And you went into a shop and they got your exact shoe that you bought in the UK, your soft bouncy shoe.
Spain,
Oh, you bought them in Spain, you did, you're right. And you tried it on and it was nothing like, was it?
Like a block of wood?
Like a block of wood.
It's like that's not right.
Not like walking on clouds.
No.
So yeah, there's even some of the things you think, oh, these will be real. They're not.
Unless you can go to like the shopping centre.
Yeah.
Where can you go? I suppose it's the same anywhere.
Again, as I said about Macedonia being Gemini, we could just go 10 minutes down the road from here. There's a very modern shopping centre with a KFC and a Burger King in and a Domino's in, and they have got all the proper brand Michael Kors brand name shops in there. They've got their own retail units in there.
Do you imagine they're real in there? So I looked at a vest top in there and it was £106.
Michael Kors vest
Which
top.
I think is a bit more expensive than what
You'd hope that wasn't a fake, wouldn't you?
You know. They're coming into the market.
So we're just heading slightly out of what they call the Old Bazaar now, and only this morning we discovered that there is a market through here. There we go then, so just come through there and you're on a little bit of a market going on here. He wants to sell me a fake New York hat baby. I feel real bad that I paid good money to have a proper one. When we was in Benidorm I bought a real, can't remember what it was, Ralph Lauren jumper. And Lacoste, that's it, a Lacoste jumper, cost me quite a lot of money, and I won't wear it while I'm here because it makes me feel bad like I'm walking around with a fake on. So yeah, we're going to the indoor bit of the market. Here we go. Sausages, they look plastic.
They do.
There we go. It's huge, isn't it? It's huge in here. White eggs. Oh yeah, lots of olives. It's all very interesting. It's just different to a lot of the countries we visit in Europe, isn't it? If you're used to going to France and Spain and Switzerland and Germany and Austria, it's not like that at all. But it seems, yeah, East, there's lots of Turkish influence, isn't there here? some Greek. Like I say, it's got a very interesting past.
One lady described it as tangled.
Tangled, she did. She said it's tangled.
A Macedonian lady.
It was a Macedonian lady. She wasn't very happy that I called it North Macedonia, but we won't get into that in case there's any Greeks and Macedonians watching. I have no idea.
That's creeping me out.
They're creeping you out. That's creeping you out. What's that in there? Plastic sausages they look like. Yeah. Yes, they're not short of food here, but it's the quality.
Well, I mean, it's different, isn't it?
It is different. It's different to our normal tastes,
yeah.
isn't it?
And we do try to evolve and like...
Yeah, no, we've embraced it. We've just got into it. Oh, we'll have to come back here later for some carrots for our rabbit.
Have they got tops on?
I think they've got tops on. Have they not got tops on? Oh no, they haven't. I was fooled. We have a rabbit that travels with us, and he likes the top of the carrot better than he likes the actual carrot.
They've all been chopped off?
They've all been chopped off here. We're struggling to find them. Yeah, they all chop the tops off their carrots, and we want that bit for our rabbit. Yes, he likes the lettuce here.
Oh, the lettuce here is massive.
Yeah, they are. They're huge lettuces.
Are we going out that way?
Yeah, we'll head back outside and go back down a different street in the Old Bazaar. In fact, shall we step out onto the road here just to see the bustle on the street out there, or what we got here? Oh, little rabbits, little bunny rabbits. Talking of rabbits, there we go.
And the
Oh, chickens. There we go. They're lovebirds, they are. I think they're lovebirds. They're obviously budgies. I think there's some lovebirds in that one. Yeah, canary in the cage above. There we go. It's amazing what you can find on the market.
Makes me a bit sad then.
Chilli store.
Just peppers, I don't think
Peppers,
it's
is it? Oh. Well, spices. Some spices.
They don't worry about covering anything up.
They don't know.
130.
Yeah, strawberries are 130, which is about less than £2, isn't it, for a punnet of strawberries? The currency here is den, Macedonian denar, so they abbreviate it to den. There's around about 72 den to the pound, 60 to the euro and the dollar. So I'll give you an idea.
Want to go out to the street?
So there's a lettuce there that's 20 den, so that's about probably 33 cents or 25, just over 25 pence. We're going to head back out. There's a door here. We'll go back into the old town.
Road's there.
Let's go and have a look at the road. It's just a taxi rank and that, isn't it? We're going to have a look, see if there's anything happening out there. Can always come back in and go through back to the bazaar.
Let's go back now.
No. There we go, busy road, taxi rank. I do like this when they're not beggars as such. We have plenty of beggars around who will just come and ask you for money, just come stand in your face and ask you for money. But what we like to do, have you got a note? What we like to do is give to the people who are at least offering something in return. And we don't take anything.
50?
Yeah, we don't take anything in return. We like a bit of the entrepreneurial spirit where they'll at least offer you something in return. Are they?
I don't see any police here.
No, you don't see very much police presence, but you or neither do you see much crime, so they're doing something right.
Back in?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pegs? Do you need some pegs? Oh no, we know somebody who did need. How much are those pegs? I don't think they're £15, are they? Have a look how much the pegs are. Shall we take them back as a present? Go on, get them. We'll take them as a present for Henny and Simon.
No,
50 then, oh, they're tiny strawberries though, so that's about 80 pence.
it's cheaper down here, babe.
Yeah, it is. This is a cheap end of the market. Milk, I've not seen milk here. They're better strawberries, look, they're nice strawberries. They're 100. I did see the milk.
Straight from the cow.
It is straight into the bottle. They're good strawberries. We'll come back later and get some of those. So that's 100 then. Have I got some already? Right. 100, yeah, they look good, they do. That's about £1.30 for a punnet. Little pomegranates. I might come back and get some of those. I haven't got a spoon to bash them with, have I? Yeah. Oh, they've seen better days, haven't they? We won't bother with any of those mandarins. There we go. Well, that was interesting.
That's something I've noticed.
And plants.
You see people selling pretty much anything.
Yes, yes. It's not like we don't throw much out.
Oh, like we've put some things by the bin, haven't we? Like when we've not had a bit of a sort.
Well, we've had a bit of a clear out in our van of clothes. I've got rid of a shirt and a pair of sandals, and you've got rid of a couple of dresses, haven't you?
Yeah. And we put them in a bag by the bin, and they're
soon gone, aren't they?
Very quickly.
They're soon gone.
Well, it's good if people can make use of them.
Yeah, it's better than throwing them away, exactly.
Or even sell them, whatever they do.
Yeah, and we bought a volleyball, didn't we, while we was in Benidorm, and we never used it since we left Benidorm. And there were some kids playing football with this old flat ball, and and then they were trying to play volleyball with it, and I went in the van and got them the volleyball and gave it to them, and they played with it for a while, and then they brought it back. Obviously hadn't understood that we'd given it to them, and when I said no, it's for you to keep, you think it was Christmas, didn't you?
We do like to give people.
Well, we do, but it's a little bit selfish because it makes us feel good, doesn't it?
It is.
It's not a one-way street just giving to them. We do get a lot out of it, don't we?
We do. There's two lovely ladies in the laundry.
Oh, in the laundry, yeah. They did us our bag of washing, and then we found some more washing. I took it to them, and they said, "Oh, the washing's already in." I said, "No problem. Just do it as another load." And when we went to collect it all, they insisted on only charging us for one lot of washing, didn't they? So yeah, full wash and dry and nice and neatly folded and bagged is less than £10. So no need for us to sit for a couple of hours, buy a washer and a dryer. And yeah, we bought them some chocolates, didn't we? Some, what were they? Lindt chocolates, some Western European chocolates. Yeah, and gosh, again, they're so grateful, weren't they? They were telling me their names, introducing themselves, weren't they? Yeah. Shaking my hand, yeah. I mean, it's like it's a box of chocolates that was, you know, to say thanks. You could have easily just charged us for another lot of washing.
But to be fair, I think the laundrette probably not many people would bring them something, I don't know.
No, I gave them some chocolates and the dentists, and they just thought, well, that's just every day, everybody does that.
Yes, so we'll maybe talk about the dentist.
We'll talk about the dentists and why we ended up here in Skopje as we walk down here, as we've gone out of the Old Bazaar here. Where's the lady with her fresh orange juice? Have we a bit further down, is it? I think we'll stop and get an orange juice. It was very lovely. Okay. I thought it was further up actually, but I haven't spotted it.
No.
Anyway, not to worry if we've missed it. Oh, it might be just down here. I can see what I think are oranges in the distance.
Yeah. See the oranges.
I saw the oranges first. 100 den for a cup of freshly squeezed orange.
The other one was 150.
Yeah.
And yesterday we paid 108.
We did. Yeah, and this one was the nicest one. It still says 100 den on the sign. Here we go then. Stravo. Are you having one? Pineapple? Have a pineapple. I want to see how they squeeze the pineapple. The blender is there. Hello, I'm just having a pineapple. As I was saying, we just give to people that offer something in return, don't we? If she was selling water even at like double the markup or triple the markup, we'd have bought it from her. But I'm not just going to give it to people who expect handouts. Here's another stray dog. Street dog. He's not straying much at the minute, is he? Or she. What's that tag mean?
Yellow tag.
Yellow
Friendly
tag.
To humans.
Friendly to humans.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah.
The red tag, not friendly to humans.
Oh, we had a cake in there, didn't we, when we arrived on Sunday? And it was as dreadful as the reviews on Google were saying, wasn't it? They looked so nice from the outside.
One bite and then we just paid them less.
We did. One bite out of each cake.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, they were different.
They looked very different cakes.
Different, but they were the exact same.
The same.
Yeah.
They were inside.
Yeah.
They were the same. So that's a little flavour of the old town. There's a fair bit we haven't walked around, but quite a nice little area. Say very compact, close to the square and the other part of town, just on the other side of the river. I wonder if we'll go buy a bin anytime soon, or if I'm carrying this juice cup around with me for the rest of the journey. Oh, here we go. Yeah. You have to come to the capital to find bins. That was very nice. She does the best orange juice there. So we're just going to gradually, about a 5-minute walk down to quite a modern shopping centre where they have what we would recognise in Western Europe, the retail outlets, the Zaras, the KFCs.
All the usual suspects.
All the usual suspects are there, and a few designer clothes, which we think are actually real.
Although we cannot confirm them.
We can't confirm it, no. But it is a 5-minute or so walk. So if you're not interested in that, now's the time to switch off. As we walk, we're just about to go by.
There will be a reason not to switch off.
There's a reason not to switch off, and that's because I'm going to say why it is we find ourselves turning into health tourists in Macedonia. Well, me turning into a health tourist in Macedonia.
Right.
Yeah. There we go.
Told you it's survival. Yeah.
So the story actually begins down in Ohrid, in Lake Ohrid, which is, I guess, where most of the Macedonians go on holiday, because, as I say, it's a landlocked country. It is nice,
touristy,
quite touristy. There's some Western tourists there, but there are a lot of Macedonian tourists there. Anyway, just before we left England on our gap year of travelling around Europe, I broke one of my front teeth, which I wasn't best pleased about. Couldn't get it dealt with before we left for our journey.
That's not why we're here.
It's not why we came here, no.
People will be like, oh, we went to the dentist there. No.
No, it's not why we came here. We came here to get out of the Schengen zone.
In Skopje, I mean.
Oh, into Skopje. No, that's not why we came to Skopje. We came out into Macedonia to get out of the Schengen zone. We used Andorra earlier in our trip to look, because Andorra's not in Schengen. But we needed to have a few more days out, about just under 6 weeks, wasn't it? So we said we'd come to Macedonia. Anyway, while we were here in Macedonia, I went to the dentist, and I have never been to such a well-equipped, modern dentist in my life. And for all the treatment I had, which is 2 root treatments, my front tooth reconstructed, and 2 composite fillings, it was less than £200. Oh, and full x-rays as well, wasn't it? It was less than £200. So it got me thinking, the standard here of healthcare, if you're paying private, is actually really very good. It surpassed my expectations. So funnily enough, that evening on one of my social media feeds, I think Facebook, I got a suggestion for this place, Med. It's actually a hair transplant clinic up here in Skopje. I had a quick look into it, and their reviews are excellent, so I decided to send them an inquiry. We'll go round to the front actually. I decided to send them an inquiry. This was late one afternoon on a Friday, a week or so ago. Woke up the next morning to an email from them to say thank you for your inquiry. Could you possibly come and see us at 2 o'clock today? This is on a Saturday. We have a consultation appointment available. So we were 3 hours away. This was about 9 o'clock. So we got our van ready and set off. Did a fit to fly and set off, and came and had a consultation here. Nice facility inside. Everybody was really friendly. During the consultation, the man came and drew a hairline, what he thought was my natural hairline on my forehead, and it gave me a lot of confidence because he got it spot on. It was my actual hairline that I had many years ago. So within a couple of minutes of meeting me, never seeing me before, he drew my actual hairline where it had been. So I was very impressed. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the price for a 4,000 graft hair transplant was approximately £1,200 we paid, just under, isn't it, in total, about £1,150, which in dollars and euros I'm guessing is somewhere around $1,300, €1,300 for 4,000 graft hair transplant. So here we are on Wednesday, 2 days on from me having had a hair transplant on Monday of this week at this place right in front of me. It's early days, like I say, I'm only 2 days in, but my experience was very positive. I can't fault them, and already, obviously I can't see it very well, but my wife is very pleased with the results.
True, yeah.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot smoother sailing than we were anticipating, wasn't it? Like,
absolutely.
I know it's early days.
It's early days. Yeah, let's go to the centre here. Yes, it's early days. Like I say, I'm literally 2 days on from having it. I'm in no discomfort whatsoever. I'm just walking around as normal. Yesterday was a sunny day, so I did stay in the van yesterday out of the sun because I'm not allowed to wear a hat just yet. But today it's overcast, so we decided to come out, have a walk round and do this little walking tour. Well, yeah, the procedure was very straightforward, very smooth, pretty much pain-free. You do have to man up for about 10 minutes while they're sticking a needle in your scalp, administering the anaesthetic. But after that 10 minutes, which is very tolerable, it's not particularly painful, it's just a bit unpleasant. But after that, it's been plain sailing. Even post the operation yesterday and today, literally I'm just like feel completely like normal.
You had a little bit of jaw ache, didn't you?
I did have a little bit of jaw ache. Was it yesterday morning, the very day after, or the evening? It was the evening when I'd had the operation. That's right. Yeah, I just felt like as the anaesthetic wore off, and I hadn't actually had any painkillers at that point. No. When I got up in the morning, I didn't take any painkillers, thinking that they might want to give me something at the clinic, which they didn't. So yes, after the op, I got a little bit of jaw ache, but I took a Nurofen tablet and that soon went away. But yeah, that's literally been it, hasn't it?
Yes, and you go back there. We're still here.
That's the reason we're still here. Part of the reason we're still here is I go back each morning for them to wash my hair. So Tuesday, yesterday, they washed my hair. This morning we went there to wash my hair, and they're going to do it again tomorrow, and then we're going to move on back down to Lake Ockrid. Yeah, probably go to Struga, on the edge of Lake Ockrid. So that's why we ended up here in Skopje. It wasn't our plan to come here, but I'm glad we did. No, not just because I've had my hair treatment.
And when we came for the consultation on Saturday last week, we literally just did that and then went straight back.
Yeah, we didn't see any of it. We didn't know that we was within 100 or 200 yards of the clinic. Was within a couple of hundred yards of the Old Bazaar.
We hadn't really.
We literally parked in this car park just down here on the left, walked to the clinic, had the consult, and walked back.
Yeah, I think it was a hot day and it was
busy. It was a hot day.
And Saturday afternoon, wasn't it?
Well, it was all a bit of a whirlwind because I'd only sent the inquiry late on the Friday afternoon. I mean, this hair treatment thing is something we have talked about a little bit in the past. It wasn't quite that random. But we never thought about doing it seriously, largely because of the cost. It's something like £4,000 to £5,000 in the UK.
I think at least. I looked into it a good few years ago and it was like 5,000.
Yeah, well, the company we've just gone to here in Skopje is actually a Turkish company. Yeah. You probably, if anybody's looked into having this kind of treatment, you're probably aware that Turkey is probably the the world capital for hair transplants. But this company, this Turkish company, have got 1 or 2 branches in other countries now.
And all the staff there are all Turkish.
The staff there were Turkish, although they all spoke perfect English. Yeah. But honestly, the treatment has been, it's been brilliant. I mean, it's actually a very simple procedure. So yeah, it's not like you're going in for a serious operation or anything.
No, it was. I think we were expecting it to be, the recovery to be a bit worse than what it's been so far.
Yeah.
Mainly for the sleeping aspect.
Yeah, no, it's,
You
yeah.
can't lie flat.
Yeah, for a few days I've got to sleep sat up, so I wondered how I was going to cope with that, but it's been fine.
First night was worse because you had bandages on, so you had sunlight.
Yeah. But no, it's very straightforward.
You don't get jet washed.
Yes. So we're just 2 or 3 minutes away now from this big modern shopping centre. So this is the Gemininus of Macedonia. Look, you're walking by all these little shops like this, a car wash, little garages. Yeah, we're just parked in a bit of the old town residential area just to our left.
I don't see many camper vans in general.
No.
You certainly don't see many UK ones. We've seen, I would say probably 3 maybe.
Yeah, and the whole time we've been in Macedonia we've seen about 3, maybe 4.
I didn't see many in Greece either.
No.
I think some people have been put off going to Greece, haven't they?
Yeah, the new rule that came in January, but the Greeks don't seem to obey any of their rules, so I don't know how enforced it is. We have no problems, did we?
No, but we are slightly different.
Yeah, for those who don't know us, our camper van doesn't look like a camper van. It's a converted van, and it's from the outside it's completely stealth. It looks completely like a normal van.
So we do tend to be able to park in places that you may not park if you had like
a proper camper motorhome. Yeah, we still consider it. We don't go and park outside anybody's residential house or
even where you'd park your van if it was your vehicle, you know.
Yeah. But it has proved useful, hasn't it, over the last couple of years when we've been travelling. We've parked in Cannes, which aren't particularly camper friendly. We've parked in Monaco. They're not particularly camper friendly.
Where we went.
Where we parked was allowed, but we could have parked in another area and been fine.
If anyone's going to go to Monaco, I strongly suggest you look on Park for Night for the camper parking. It's an underground parking, and it's one of, I think there's only 2 in Monaco itself. Yeah. So people say, oh, you're not allowed to have camper vans in Monaco.
You can.
This camper car park is actually in Monaco.
Yeah, so just tell them you're going to the camper car park.
It's not cheap, as you would
know. What was it, about 30 odd euros for the day?
It's a bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's about £30.
Yeah, but it was dead easy to get into, park up.
Brilliant.
We could just leave the van the whole day knowing it was fine, and we weren't anywhere where we're not supposed to be, because like I say, we always try and be considerate. We don't want to do anything we know we're not supposed to be. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, health and safety. Yes, that's like buyer beware, isn't it? If you walk in that's your fault. You should have been looking where you're going.
I saw some earlier, I might as well go back down there.
Yeah.
It was like in the grass.
Yeah.
There were holes, but they were so deep.
Were they?
Like
you could have fell in.
All the way down, literally.
Need rescuing to get out.
I don't know about that. We'll be down there forever.
But we do like it. We do, we can keep going to France and Spain and places like that, and they're all, which we love, but they're all a bit of sameness about them. Yeah. This is really very different, and in a nice way. I would have felt we'd have missed out on our trip if we hadn't have come to somewhere like this.
Yeah, because this trip is a bit different to our other trips.
Yeah, normally we're the France, Spain, Switzerland, Germany type people.
This is our gap year.
This is our gap year.
Places we wouldn't ordinarily go.
That's right.
Out of the comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, although what was out of your comfort...
I don't think you should put that on. But just...
What was out of our comfort zone when we first started travelling is probably more in our comfort zone now, isn't it?
Yes, you evolve, don't you?
Yeah, you evolve. Here we go, so we're at the Eastgate Mall. Oh yeah, this is the building where they're constructing it, and they're not using a whole lot of scaffold, but there is quite a bit of wood holding up the floors. There you go. Don't know, probably can't see that too well on the camera, but yeah, bits of scaffold posts, but quite a lot of wood going on there. There we go. I'm sure they know what they're doing. We're just about to go into a big mall, shopping mall that's been built by that method probably. So if it works. There we go, so what have we got there that we recognise? Zara Home, Mojito, Timberland, Mango, Stradivarius, you see a lot of that in Spain, don't we? New Yorker, Gant, Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Under Armour, Adidas, Hugo Boss, Armani, Nike. If you're looking for a Lidl to do your shopping, there aren't any of those.
No.
There's not a single Lidl in Macedonia.
What else is there none of?
No, and yes, McDonald's. McDonald's do not have a single branch in Macedonia.
Apparently they did up until 2013.
Oh, but they closed it because of corruption.
Well, we don't know this.
We don't know that. That's my assumption, isn't it?
No, I think we read it somewhere.
Oh, did we?
It's not our own conclusion.
Oh, okay. I wondered why I got it in my mind that it closed because of corruption.
Oh, it's coming down to
Yeah, he's meant it's not the building falling down, he is pouring some rubble down a chute. Now that make you jump. But yeah, look, the top's held up with wood. There we go. There we go. So here we go into the shopping mall. So if you're still with us, which is probably just friends and family and ourselves watching this video back in several years' time.
Just in case we're dementia by then.
Just in case we get dementia and we can't remember. To be fair, we've been keeping a Facebook diary of our trip, and it's really nice to look back through it even while we're still on the trip, isn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it? How things become a bit blurred, you know.
Yeah.
Where was this? You might remember something.
Somewhere where we was just a month ago in Greece. You can soon forget, can't you? So it is nice to keep a little Facebook diary, just a few photographs, the odd little video clip, just to remind you of where you were, and oh yeah, I remember that, and what we did there. There we go. It is quite muggy today, isn't it? It's a lot fresher down by Lake Ochrid, isn't it?
Yeah. I was watching the weather before we come up, and it was quite often like 8-10 degrees warmer here than
in Ochrid. I think the lake has an effect because the air temperature's always nice. Even on a hot sunny day in Ochrid, the air temperature's got that nice little cooling chill to it, hasn't it?
It's got its own little climate. It's like
oh, it has.
The wind just comes out
I know where it does, and it seems to rain most evenings, doesn't it? It'll be sunny throughout the day in Ochrid. Glorious sunny day, clear blue sky, not a cloud in sight, and then 6 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, comes out of nowhere and just starts to rain.
Pick up their dinner and run
They
in.
do, they pick up their dinner from on the board, from on the lakeside. Mind you, the restaurateurs have got it like well practiced now, haven't they? As soon as it starts raining,
Wasn't the first time.
no, they've done it thousands of times. Here we go. Oh, we've got what's this? Yeah, football.
So this place
No.
is called Eastgate Mall.
No problem watching English football here. They have more English football here than in England, I think, on the telly.
And there's a supermarket in here as well.
Yeah,
Really nice supermarket.
good, about the best one we've found, isn't it, in Macedonia? Where's the food hall
We
bit?
need to get upstairs.
Go
So you can
upstairs
go
to the
round
food hall.
corner.
There's the stairs there. Go up there.
You don't have to go backwards, but yeah, you can do.
We'll go up here and round to the food hall bit. So yeah, just a few minutes away there from the Old Bazaar and that market we walked through. You have something like this.
And there are other ones as well.
Yes, there's a couple of other ones, but this one's the nicest one, isn't it? Yeah, newest one, nicest one. Well, yeah, there are a couple of more big buildings, shopping malls like this. One has a cinema in it, doesn't it? There we go.
Kitty in the car.
Oh yeah. They're a lot better than the ones when I was his age. Are you getting a gelato?
Not really.
There you go, so this is the food hall bit. This is probably 5 minutes from where we're parked, so
It's
literally 5 minutes. So we come down here for dinner. Burger King. There's a KFC over in the corner there, Domino's here. So, they do. What are they? Bubble. Oh, they're
Bubble waffles.
waffles, yeah, bubble waffles.
I think they're filming.
Ah, so am I. We won't get in their way.
Yeah, some places it does say no cameras, doesn't it?
Oh, does
Not
it?
here, but was it a bar or something?
Oh, yeah, there was a shop of some sort, we saw it, yeah. There we go. So, that's the old and the new of Macedonia. Going to have a quick look out here and then we'll stop the camera, I think. See if we can see over the balcony. No, there's nothing much to see here. So with that, we'll probably say goodbye. Let's go get a drink and a gelato. There we go.